Oh, it's a real beautiful, warm day. Soaking it in before I have to go to work. Um, because I think I mentioned it a few days ago, but everyone's talking about the big meeting that BRICS is going to have, and gold currency, and I'm like, well, okay, no, nothing is the big splash, nothing is the big event. Oh my God, that's hell funny. It's just, whoa, Bed Bath and Beyond is closing 60 to 80% off. It's a huge sign on the top of a car. That was very interesting. Never saw that before. Huh. That is the big splash. So, gold currency doesn't mean anything compared to that. So, the thing that I found kind of fascinating was, okay, so you have this thing about the BRICS, and it's going to be this amazing gold currency, and only like 2 days ago or something like that, Modi is like, oh well, hold on there, homies, you know, everybody calm down for a second, and it's because there's still too much that has to be set up, exchange rates, bourses, and ways of accounting for all of this, like some type of infrastructure, because all of these are countries that are kind of notorious for people committing fraud, and yeah, and so it's they have to come up with something that's going to be very, very, very reliable every time, something that's going to be secure, and it's going to just take time. And also there's then this all this this talk of the gold-backed currencies, with the idea that these are central banks holding the gold, so they're geographically, these are central banks holding it. So the issue then becomes, because geographically speaking, they would have any kind of gold that backs transactions someplace that, are they near another nation that is a part of that system? And so that makes then more sense if what the idea is that there's kind of an idea like Modi's counting on this to become something that actually develops slowly, but that they're openly saying they're going to try to develop it, and that it becomes a regional, like these regional gold-backed currencies, and somebody uses, like a bunch of countries in South Am use Brazil's gold-backed currency a lot or very often, at some level of transactions, that kind of thing. Another region uses some kind of gold-backed yuan or something like that. It also might be that they're trying to see if there's going to be a revolution in the structure of banking. Because now we're starting to see these banks that are tying themselves to climate change efforts by nations. And now it's happening at the national levels, that they're saying that they're going to, like, nations are going to have to do what they say about different climate change initiatives, or their own banking systems won't be able to get the kind of loans they want. This is also with a lot of these major banks talking about starting CBDCs. And so with the idea of, this is obviously to just cut people off. And it's everything that was warned about with China pulling something like this. But now we're seeing that this is very actively being sought from the United Nations, from the EU, from the IMF, and major American banking interests and firms. And all kind of cascading. Now, to me, that's the big splash. That's the cascading giant splash that's happened. All of a sudden, it is absolutely necessary for them to tie the financial future to the efforts of businesses to meet certain climate change standards. So the one that then becomes even more interesting is because they can't get almost any of the the Sinosphere, the economic Sinosphere, to comply. Anybody who's in the Chinese Belt and Road Initiative doesn't care. They don't care about any of this. They don't have to. What the? I think that... Is he going the wrong way? Oh well. That happens. So that's something that I'm rolling around in my mind. I'm going to be thinking about that all day and looking up more about it because of that's a fascinating. I think that's the big splash. They're suddenly like, no, you aren't obeying the mandates, so you can't be in the financial system. Is an interesting new gambit of things.